Day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we are going to review this, which is the Microsoft Surface Book running the Snapdragon ARM processor. And you might have watched a few of these in the past from other people, and what they've told you probably boils down to it's a great laptop, but it has limitations that make it unusable for a lot of people. And that's changing. And in particular, the feature that people used to really hate that you couldn't get on these was VPNs. Well, now you can apparently get Norton VPN to work on it, Inscribe and Surfshark VPNs to work on it, and NordVPN and ExpressVPN will have theirs out shortly. So the problems that used to exist on this new platform don't exist now. So let's unbox this quickly and show you what the features are and explain why this is now an option for most people. All right, so let's open it up. All right, so I'm in North America, so I have a North American plug, no shock. The charger brick doesn't have a USB port on it, which is a change from some of the older versions. It's not required, but it was a nice feature. I don't think most people used it, so it really doesn't make much difference. Okay, let's go over some of the spec before we actually crack this thing open. It's a magnetic charge cable, so you can just pop this on, and when you do, there's a light on the back here. The problem with that is the light doesn't change color. So when the laptop's full, you don't know it. Nothing on the back. And on this side, you have one USB type A, sort of the old school standard. And you have two USB type C ports, also USB 4, and support DisplayPort 1.4. These are very, very thin. I can give you the number, but you don't care about the specific. They're just incredibly thin. They're as thin as a MacBook Air, and they're very sleek. They're made of metal, which is nice. They're very light, less than 3 pounds. Let's go over some of the features on this unit itself. The keyboard is, I believe, a 95% keyboard. It's not a full 100%, so it's just a tiny bit smaller than what some people are used to. Now, the camera that's in here is not a normal camera. This actually has several cameras. In particular, it has an infrared camera, which lets you use face recognition, which Microsoft calls Windows Hello. And what that means is you don't have to use passwords or fingerprints or anything else to sign in. You can just look at you and go, yeah, that's you, and off you go. And you can't just hold up a photo of you and have somebody get past it. The infrared will prove that it is actually you. There are two different kinds of screens that are available, but both of them are 2880 by 1920 pixels, somewhere between 4K and 1080p. The refresh rate is 120 Hertz, which is good for games, not much else, and this is most definitely not a gaming laptop. Now, one of the very nice things about this unit is that unlike most of these thin and light laptops, the hard drive in here is replaceable. You can actually pop the back off and replace it with a larger unit. This comes with M.2 PCIe SSD, which is a lot of acronym that just means it's the fast new kind, and that's the one you want, and it's also the kind that's pretty much in everything. It also supports Wi-Fi 7, and if you don't know what that means, again, don't worry about it. As long as this supports anything past Wi-Fi 5, you're going to be fine. Basically, Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7 are the new versions of Wi-Fi that would support multiple antennas and other things, multiple transfers at the same time. It's very fast, and it is the future. So this machine will get you through the future. It also has, and this is the big freaking deal, the special Copilot AI button, which is right there. Now, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. Just think of it as ChatGPT. In fact, it is ChatGPT. It's just with a Microsoft front end on it and a couple of actual improvements. Microsoft has given OpenAI, which is the company behind ChatGPT, $1 billion a year for the next 10 years. So yes, that's 10 billion with a B dollars to use their technology. And to leverage that, they've insisted that what they call these AI PCs have this keyboard change. So if you have that button, that's the Copilot button, that means you have an AI PC. This also has Bluetooth 5.4. If you don't know what that is, again, don't worry about it. It's got the most current Bluetooth that anybody's going to use. This unit comes with the base 16 gig, and you can upgrade it all the way to 64 gig if you want. So look, after doing a bunch of research on this and figuring out the benchmarking, the unit most people are going to want to buy is this one. This is the, because there are whole different versions of this. This is the 13.8 inch Snapdragon X Plus unit. There is a Snapdragon X Elite that's substantially more expensive. It really isn't giving you that much more. The Plus, which is this one, is a 10 core with a maximum speed of 3.6 gigahertz. It's a Qualcomm chip, not an Intel chip. That's the big change. It also comes in different colors, so if you don't like this blue, don't get it, get a different one. And as far as the benchmarks go, what we've found out from setting a few of these up is that they are great for normal use. So if you are the kind of person that surfs a lot, watches videos, does a lot of things with Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, that kind of stuff, your standard office worker, fantastic. If, however, you need something that's really powerful for video encoding or graphics orientation, graphics things, it's not the best. It's good, but not great. And one of the other things that we didn't notice, but a lot of other people have, is that the speakers that are built in, they're under by the way, they sound really good on this. So for us, they just sound fine. Other people keep commenting how great they are. And personally, I love the touchscreen. Do I use the touchscreen all day? No. However, I like to be able to use the touchscreen when I just want to go there. I can just click on it. So I will touch the touchscreen 4 or 5 times a day. Awesome feature. The feature people will like most about this is just how fast it is, how smooth everything is. This is a great time to use your finger. Why screw around with the mouse pad when you can just use this? So much better. Touch screens are awesome, even if you don't use them a lot. So now we have the machine set up. Let's go take a look at Device Manager. So it's got the Qualcomm Adreno X185, and it's a 10-core Snapdragon. Let's take a look at Task Manager. The neural processing unit, pretty cool. That's for your AI stuff. Not that the regular processor can't do a lot of it, but the NPU does help. So let's wrap this up with a review. What do we think of this product? Well, we think the Snapdragon-based Windows Surface Books are much better today than they were a few months ago. Most things can install on them, most being, 98% of things these days can install, including a lot of VPNs, which was their biggest drawback in the past. This thing is very slick, very light, very fast, and as we said at the start, unless you're heavy into video processing or gaming, this is an ideal machine. So hey, if you found this video useful, please give us the big thumbs up. We would super appreciate it. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of us directly at www.urtech.ca. That's www.urtech.ca, or you can leave a question or comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, everybody has an opinion. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.